Hello guys, welcome to a TensorFlow tutorial on custom data pipelining. The reason why you'll need to create a custom data pipeline is that your dataset is too large to fit into your system's memory, or you just don't want your model to take up too much space when training. What data pipelining will do is extract the data from your storage in batches and loads it into your memory as your model needs them. Today we'll be using the MNIST 2-digit dataset. So the data looks a bit like this. We have our train and our test folders, and these contain the images. And then we have the CSV files, which is over here as the file name and the label. So yeah, let's get straight into it. I'll upload the dataset to Kaggle, so you guys can go through this with the same dataset if you guys would like. Anyway, let's get started. So let's import TensorFlow as TF, then import pandas as well, since we're going to be working with a CSV file. Just want to make this base path quick so I don't have to keep typing out the path. Data pipelining, and then of that we have to get a list of both the file names and the labels, and of that it's pretty easy what you have to do. It's pretty standard process, so let's just get both those lists. Let's start off with the file names. So file names are located in the train CSV. So let's just get that quick. Base path plus train CSV. And then of that we're going to take the file names. We're going to get the file names by traindf.file. The file name, then dot apply. Okay, so what this is just gonna get the file name column, which is over here, but we want to get the actual path of the file. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to append to every single one of these, not append, but add the file path to the beginning of each of these files. So let's just do that. So we're gonna use the pandas apply function. I'm gonna write the lambda function that takes in the path as x. So let's just actually name this path instead. So file name, sorry. Let's just name a file name. I think it's probably a more appropriate name. So base path, and then plus we're gonna add the train because it's actually in the train folder over here. So let's just add that, and then we're gonna plus the file name. And then we just want the values from this column. We don't want the indexes as well. So that's why we put the values over there. And let's get the labels as well. So the labels is also, we have to get this from the data frame, the CSV file. So we have two different labels. So we're gonna have to basically fuse these two together. And the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna use the Python zip function. This will do what we want. So we just zip these together, and we just copy this, and we'll have that. And then we also actually also want to make this a list because it's just gonna return a zip object, which is not what we want. We want a list. All right, cool. So we have that. Let's just put both these into a tuple. So file and labels. Let's just name it that. And so file names. Put this into a tuple labels. Cool. Of that, we're gonna make a function called process path. It's pretty standard stuff after you've got these two lists. So let's just process the path. Since we're working with image data, we'll have to read in the images. So let's just read in. So image dot, so we read in like tef.io read file path So after that, it's going to give us a string in the image variable, but we're going to convert this to, or decode it to a PNG actually, so .io, decode PNG image, comma, channels equals 1. That's because this is a grayscale image. If it was RGB, this would be 3 instead, but it's grayscale, so we'll keep it at 1. Let's convert this image from an image to a tensor now. So we'll do that by doing tf dot image dot, sorry, this is a full name, convert image, image d type, there it is, image tf dot float 32. Then once that is done, we'll do tf dot image resize to image. We're gonna resize this to 64 by 64. Make this a tuple rather. Alright, cool. After that, we have to process the labels as well. So labels equals, we have to convert these or process these labels into a dictionary. So TensorFlow knows which labels is for which output in the dense layer. I'll go through that in a later tutorial on showing you how to use this dataset and train a convolutional neural network on it. So let's just name these along. So the first num is for the first label, then second num is for the second label, label 1. And then off that we just want to return the image and the labels. Then that should be done. After that, this is pretty standard stuff, so we want to convert the file and labels to a tensor slice. So train dataset is equal to tf.data.dataset.from tensor slices file label and labels, then train ds, then just format the file quick. Okay, so train ds. Then after that we want to map the process path to the file and the labels. So train ds dot map process path. Then num parallel calls will just say TensorFlow can auto tune this for us. So it's important that the train ds is in a tuple over here so that I can give 2 values over here. Well, I can give it 2 because, yeah, if you put it in an array, it's just going to combine it and use it for the path variable. So anyway, so let's just continue train ds. So what we're going to do next is, we could use this train ds already, but let's just add some shuffling so that it's more robust. So train ds.shuffle, and then I like to make the buffer size equal to the length of the training data, train ds. And then once that's done, just a note, by the way, you can also make like a, if you just have the entire data set and not just the train, you can make a test data set by just slicing the tensor after it's been shuffled. So you can just go test ds, train, so train ds, and then take 80% of it. So yeah, that's off the shuffle and maybe the slicing, then you can start batching the tensors. So train ds dot batch 64. We're just gonna make the batch size 64. If we can type 64. And after that, we're actually done. Let me just show you guys how to just take the data from the dataset object. So train dataset, and we're gonna have for image label and It's actually labels because there's two. And train ds dot take one. Alright, then we're gonna print image shape and image dot numpy dot shape. And also just gonna print the labels as well as labels. Then that should work. Just wait for it to run. Oh, there's something weird going on here. I'll pause the video quick and then I'll get back to you, see what's going wrong here. Oh, so I found the error. It's actually that we forgot to just set this well, I guess set the new train ds to the batch size. So it's only taking in one label at the moment. I've changed this as well, so this shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's just print that and see what happens. Sure this would work. Yep, and it seems like you can see all the first numbers. Second numbers over here. And yep. That's how you create a custom data pipeline using TensorFlow. Hope you guys enjoyed, and feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know if you guys would want any more tutorials and give me any suggestions in the comments. Bye.